That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. My grandfather had to deal with the cops. My great grandfather dealt with the cops. My great grandfather had to deal with the cops. And then my great when it's gonna stop? That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast.
Yeah, MultiHop TV. I'm Sidewalk 009, live in Bullpen Therapy. And today we're talking about the quality of life and how it affects your community. Here in Bullpen Therapy, we search for the tools you need, or you won't have to keep making the same mistakes over and over again. And today we at the Midtown Community Court, bigging up to them, because they got the programs you need before you get in any trouble and after you get in any trouble to help you. So we really need to learn the laws and know the law, but we won't break the law. So this is some of the problems we have going on. Some people don't know the law, so they gotta be still accountable for it. So we like to let you know that if you do the crime, you must pay the time. For the boy doing any time, let's just learn the laws, for we won't break any laws. Let's check some of the programs out in the Midtown Community Court and see what they have to offer truly to the community before you get in any trouble and after you get in any trouble. Let's see what's going on.
In the early 1990s, Times Square was in crisis. The crossroads of the world had developed a reputation for drugs, crime, and disorder. A group of civic leaders decided to do something about it. The result was the Midtown Community Court.
We have to hold people accountable for their actions, but also being able to provide them with some underlying assistance so that we don't continue to see them, as opposed to just sending someone off with a fine or 30 days in jail, and on the 31st day, they're still a drug addict.
I think that community courts help to do 5 things. They reduce crime, they streamline the justice system, they actually change sentencing practices, solve individual problems, and certainly increase public trust in the criminal justice system.
We have social service groups. We also have individual counseling sessions. We do drug treatment. We do mental health services.
We have a crew that goes out. It's called the Community Restitution Crew. Same day, next day. That's the mantra of the Midtown Community Court. Immediacy.
This was an opportunity for the defendants to give back to the community that they had committed the crime against, but it was also the opportunity for the community to say what they would like improved about their neighborhood.
What we're trying to do is change sentencing practice. We're trying to drastically reduce the use of jail as a response to low-level crime, but also reduce the number of cases in which people walk out of court with no sanction whatsoever for their criminal behavior.
It feels good to work with a bunch of guys giving back. I know I committed something wrong, but I'm making it better for helping out the community. And I feel great about that.
And I see what community courts have done in other communities, other societies, other places around the country. And to me, I'm just encouraged by it, that it is ultimately cutting costs. It is ultimately liberating police officers from having to deal with the same people over and over and over again.
I was arrested 8 times, and the last time I had to do 3 days of community service. And that's where I started my journey.
I look at this picture and I say to myself,
I look at it myself. Oh wow!
This was the old Susan. This is the real Susan.
They make you feel like a person. Respect. I can say that. I can really say respect.
Yeah. We back in Bullpen Therapy. We're still at the Midtown Community Court, bringing up rehabilitation and how we need to stay on it once we get out and back into society. And to the people out there, what can we do more to help the people who need it the most? Now, we done did a lot of research for you guys to stay awake to what's really hurt our community the most. Now that's the broken laws, not knowing the laws, not respecting ourselves, not respecting the community. You see how easy it is to get caught up out of nowhere. We outside and anything can happen. If you're not being careful of being your surroundings, you easily could get caught up. Let's just check it out. Evidence that somebody done dropped out is right here on the ground. You know what I mean? You could be took down for something like this. So if you ain't paying attention to your surroundings and police roll up, you know what I mean? They can say it was yours, it came right out of you, and we standing right there. You know what I mean? So we want to be secure. Everything that surrounds us, we could definitely point it out and kick it away and say, hey, I don't have nothing to do with that. Don't mistake me for something that's not mine. So let's just check up on ourselves and on our community.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the